Hugh Ngo. I'm a junior at Wentworth Institute of Technology of Boston, and I'm taking mechanical engineering. And I met Paul for several years. He's my classmate for many years, and it is my honor for him to interview me.
Thank you.
Of my background of military.
Okay. Okay, we can start out with the first question. Basic history of before your service. Why did you join the service, and were you drafted or did you volunteer?
Yes, 2001, I just graduated from high school. I was 18 years old, and I was enlisted for the Marine Reserve, and actually I volunteered to do it. So because I could not afford to pay for my college tuition, I didn't have any scholarship, thing like that, and that's why I need to join with the military. And also it's kind of my interest into. I like military stuff. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And basically, you were high school senior before you joined the service.
Yes.
You just graduated.
Yes, I just graduated, and then I signed up with the reserve. Yeah, I thought it was like kind of like peaceful, I didn't want to go to college. Yeah.
And what branch of the service were you in?
I was in the Marine Airborne Division. Okay.
And just to get a feeling of how your parents or your family reacted, what were some of their reactions, and how do they feel about you joining the service?
Well, first of all, they thought the same thing like what I thought. They thought it was, a peaceful country, never had war,
yeah.
And, all I tell them is, I needed money to go to college, and they could afford to pay for me to go to college, because, I lost my mom, and I lived with my dad and my two sisters, so only three of us, and it's been very good, for a few years, because, I was enlisted, and I went to the basic training for 18 months, which is in Quantico, Virginia. So I went to yeah.
That's actually where you had your basic training.
Right. And I went back home, went to college every day, and, they pay for my college every semester if I get the GPA average C+ above. And it was shocked that, it's only happened to me when I graduate. When I graduate from Franklin Institute of Boston, which is 2 years of college. It's just like engineering school.
Yeah.
And I came home from the graduation party, which is my friend, give me a party, and I checked my mail, and I opened my mail, and I saw that the letter stated that I have to get ready within 72 hours to go to Iraq for Iraqi freedom. So my dad and my sister, they was very sad, very, very sad. I didn't know what to do, but, I had to go because I signed up with them. I have a contract with them. I cannot withdraw. So, that's how I ended up to go to Iraq. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
So after your 18 months of basic training and then your Marine training on top of that, when you actually went to Iraq, was there a culture shock?
First day when I got there, which is March 17th over here of 2003, but which is March 16th over there. So it's like around 8 p.m. Actually, it was kind of quiet, you know, because George Bush declared the war. So it was so quiet, you know. We was up on the air, and all I saw just light. You know, the whole that city was so quiet. You know, nobody walked around or anything. All I see just like I stay on the middle of the Atlantic Ocean with no wake, so quiet, just light. So, you know, we did what we had to do, and after I stayed there for a while, you know, a few months, a few weeks, a few days later, whatever, and I still had the same feeling like the first day I came, you know, nervous, you know, young boy just graduated from college, even though you know, 21, 22 years old, but it's a completely different culture over there, you know, language, food, weather condition. It's not like the weather over here, you know, completely different. And, you know, you have to live on the military room, you know. I could not go out, or, you know, I did whatever, like what I did back here. So,
completely different world.
Completely different world, you know, and you have to keep your head up, you know, keep your eyes open all the time. Okay.
Okay. And what was your military occupational specialty?
I was, like I said, you know, first day I got there, we got there, I was up on the sky, up the air. I was the navigator, because I graduated from college, so, you know, you have college degree, you can be like,
so
get a job that high school student, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's good to go to college, okay? Okay, yeah.
Now we can get specifically to the wartime. As soon as you got there, what was your first impression of the desert, and what are the conditions in the Iraq?
Oh boy, the weather condition over there is. I stayed there for 18 months, so you know, in the summertime, daytime, you know, we stay there in the desert. It's very dry, moisture, and hot, and then, you know, any time that I felt like the wind blew by, I just like, you know, I feel very happy. But it's very dry in the daytime, the summertime, but at nighttime, it's very cold. So it's completely different, and I was easy to get sick, like cold, flu all the time. Most of the soldiers over there, they easy to get caught with, you know, flu, and
just because they're not used to it.
Yeah, they're not used to it. It's completely different than New England weather over here. It's cold, extremely cold, it's single digit, you know, it's hot, it's very dry, and, you know, it's very different than here. There's one thing that's really bothered me, that's the weather condition, and the people around you. You know, it's hard for me to say this, but I could not trust anybody with that. You know, of course I trust my fellow soldiers, you know, I trusted them, we just like brotherhood.
Yeah.
But, you know, talking about, you know, people, you could not trust them. I saw like they put the baby to the tank, so you can run over the baby and the bomb explodes, so we could get killed. So that's why even the child, you could not trust the child. You know, I don't know what it is, but, you know, it's really bothered me, you know.
And can you speak about the technology that you actually got to use or that you saw?
Well, the technology is amazing. We have the high-tech equipment. ever seen in my whole life. Because I love this stuff. Like I read a lot of like military equipment back to the Vietnam War and Korean War, Gulf War. Even Gulf War compared with Iraqi freedom wars completely different, like day and night. But one thing really shocked me that I read one of the story about Vietnam War back to North Vietnam before 1975. The U.S. military had a very powerful weapon, which is the B-52 bomber airplane. Nobody could have back then. I mean, I was young, so I did not really see it, but I read it, a couple articles about, the high-tech technology now and then.
Yeah.
So, B-52, which is you can fly the highest level up there. Nobody could see that the B-52 up to the sky, but nobody could not thought that the B-52 could pick up the signal on the top of the airplane. So one of the airplane, this is according to what I read in the article, because I like to do research. So one of the, they call it like a MiG airplane, it's made by a Russian, and then one of the North Vietnamese soldier, one of the pilots, he flew above the B-52 bomber airplane, and he shot on the top of the airplane, and then the whole B-52 was destroyed. And then the Russian government actually was shocked too, because they could not believe it. The MiG and the B-52 is completely different. It's just like a Cadillac and a Chevy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they did send that guy to the moon. So back to this, and the equipment that we use, myself and my fellows, is very high tech. You can stay on the airplane, the F-16 that we use, that you could see day, night, whatever weather condition outside, the windshield, the window around the glass would change in the color for you to see what's out there. And also around the airplane, it has the radar detector everywhere, top, bottom, left, right side, view, front view, whatever. It's very well radar detected, so it's hard for the bad guy to attack us.
So it's probably the best protection.
The best protection,
when it
I ever seen. But it's very, very good equipment.
Okay, branching off of that, what do you think of the military today?
The military today is very well equipped, and they're very well trained. And of course, you spend 18 months of the basic training, Monday to Friday, 10, 12 hours a day, and very well trained and very professional. And I really impressed the way they train it. They train us like very on the upscale and professional level.
And it's very disciplined and a rigorous training.
And then very disciplined, and we're very disciplined, and I learned a lot from them, which is I never learned before. And
well, actually, branching off of that again, do you think the military experience has enhanced your professional career or any part of your life, basically?
Well, believe me or not, it is the experience I had, it did give me a very, very big opportunity. You know, if I'm still alive, I'll be very happy because, you know, I signed up with the Marines for reserve for 20 years. So if I graduate from college, of course I will, and then I will have my professional job, and when I retire from my professional job, I get double pension from the military and from my professional job. And this really show me that I will have a good future when I retire. But right now, they really pay for my tuition for me to finish my college.
So you compensated for you?
Yeah, compensate for my tuition. Yeah. And then sometimes they give me some GI Bill. So I can buy books, you know, packing permits, whatever.
Yeah.
And then it's really helped me, you know, to be a survivor and to be independent and live by myself and take care of myself in wherever I go. Doesn't matter where, you know, different language, different culture, whatever. I could survive. I mean, I could live, you know, and get me from point A to point B. You know, I could be survive.
And that's something that comes directly from the military training.
Yes, they train you very well. You know, you have to do what you have to do, but it is really discipline. And that's a survivor. Okay.
If and when you were to have a son or daughter, would you approve of them joining the military?
That's a very good question. When I graduate from Wentworth, you know, of course I can get married, and doesn't matter have a son, 2 sons, 5 sons, $2, $5, whatever. But I really recommend them and really support them, you know, to join with the military, because I've been there, I've done that. I think that's the right thing to do, you know, for them to have a good future, you know, to go to college and to discipline themselves.
That's very good. I think we've touched upon all the questions we needed to.
Okay.
I thank you very much, Hugh.
All right. So welcome. And any question, you know, you have my number, you can call me, and, you know, we can, whatever I can share with you, I could, but, you know, I could not share you, you know, a lot of things, because sometimes it really touched me, you know, it just briefly, you know, sometimes, you know, I cannot repeat whatever happened. I don't want to have any backlash or, you know, bring back my memory.
Well, everything,
you know.
I mean, we went just so you're comfortable with everything, and
so,
I appreciate it.
You know, if anything you need more further questions, you can email me or call me. And of course you see me every day at school.
Okay,
Paul?
Thank you very much.
All right, buddy.